It's on like Donkey Kong, boys. What'd you say? You need a pickup truck? You want to buy one? Well, hey, come on down here to George Kelly, okay? He's got GMC, he's got Chevrolet. I'll fix you right up. Look, here's what we're gonna do. No, that's too much. No, you're quoting figures that are too high. I'm gonna go lower that. Open your ears, take the truck, and drive off the lot. Stamp approved, boys. Move out. Hey, Elliot, I just sold one.
GMC, we are professional grade.
White River Health has a number of locations to meet both your primary care and specialty care needs, including White River Health Family Care and White River Health Specialty Care in Newport. For more information on services available, visit whiteriverhealth.org. White River Health is a proud supporter of Newport Greyhound Athletics.
Well, we welcome you to Greyhound Field on what is a gorgeous night at the end of August for the first football game of the year for the Newport Greyhounds. Never in the history do I remember when we've had such a cool couple of days preceding game one of high school football. We're at Greyhound Field. It's David Black, Hayden Schultz, Anthony May, and then, of course, Josh Nation is with us. Ben Black on assignment tonight. Welcome, everybody, to what should be an exciting year of Greyhound football. Hayden, welcome aboard, my friend.
Hey, it's good to be back in the booth, Dave. You know, when that last one ends, you're itching to get back for that first one, and, boy, you blink and it's here, and we've got an exciting football game.
Well, you take this Mark Tree Indian football team. They're a real good Double-A team. They gave us fits last year that I think the Hounds ended up winning the football game 48-30, but it was really closer than that. And they have a quality bunch. They play real well on both sides of the football. Coach Tim Branham, you may remember him. He's still helping out over at Mark Tree, and he says that he's got a good football team to come in here tonight against these Newport Greyhounds. On the other hand, Coach Reardon and his staff have worked tremendously hard over the course from the day that we lost in the playoffs last year, started the next day, that Saturday, and so we're going to be ready for next year. It's a different team, it's a different culture, and the coaches like this bunch that we have.
Yeah, and I don't think this team's going to be I don't want to use the word exciting as early, but I think that's the appropriate word, is exciting. I mean, you talk about a team that's, scored 48 points a game last year. I mean, it seemed like every time we got a ball that we went down there and scored, we had so many weapons. And not to say that we don't have the weapons this year, but you got to replace those weapons. The good news is your 3-year All-State quarterback's back. I think Luke Reynolds has a big year, and to talk about how you said, after that Mansfield game, they're working hard. I was looking at Luke Reynolds for an example. That kid's put 15, 20 pounds on in the offseason. Trey Henderson was one that I really noticed. Hayden Kennedy was one that me and you talked about. I said, man, he just looks different than he did last year. So obviously these kids and seniors have bought in to the program in the offseason and get to showcase it on Friday night. That's what it's all about when you're in there and you're doing those sprints, you're doing those extra reps. It's all about what you do on Friday night. And we'll see as Mark Tree has won the toss and they've elected to take the football, and I know Coach Carpenter wants to start defense, and I think it's always good to start defense because you stop those guys and you score, and then you're up 7-0.
Well, it should be an exciting time all year long. This is what they call week 0, and we play game 1 on week 0. We'll play 3 non-conference games in a row, obviously next week at Batesville and then on the road to Salem. Take a week off, then get into the conference play. Just kind of looking ahead. I mean, it's a gauntlet as the Greyhounds hit the field. You see in your screen there. It's just so exciting when a Newport Greyhounds come through that hat down there and run onto this football field, and our fans are on their feet.
Absolutely. Got a good crowd. People still feeling in. It's going to be an exciting football game tonight. I'm excited to see. Up front is where I always watch, Dave, and I know that you do too, on the offense and defensive line, and we talk about it each and every single week, and I know people get sick of it. But that's what I'm excited to watch, was when you lose Tyler Ridley and you lose a guy like that, who's next up? Who is the guy that's going to step up and be that guy? So I'm excited to see who's going to be that guy on that front end that's going to take charge and lead this team.
Well, I do think this. I've heard Coach Reardon say it. I've heard Coach Austin say it. I've heard Coach Carpenter say it. I've heard the young guys say it. This team is just built around each other. He said there's a lot of camaraderie with these guys. These guys hang out together. They do those things that they like to do together. They're over at people's houses, at each other's houses. They stay the night with each other. They are out on the town together. So when you have that team chemistry like that, it makes you play better on Friday night when you're playing not only for the Newport Greyhounds, not only for yourself, but for that guy standing next to you.
That's what it all boils down to, is playing for that guy. And when you get a team that will do that, I mean, the sky's the limit. And, I think last year, not to talk about too much about it, but I thought last year we lacked some of that, some playing for each other, had some selfish play at times. Excited to see this group of seniors go out and give it one last rock right here, Dave.
And I think that the kicking, I think the special teams will be much better this year than we've seen in the past, and I think that may be one of the keys as we go along through this football season. But right now it comes down to blocking and tackling, and whoever can block and tackle the best will win the football game.
Absolutely, and Destin Jackson's going to tee it up here for the Hounds is in a huddle. They haven't adjusted to that. I know that we have broke out from that huddle, but I'm not so sure that you don't start this thing with an onside kick when they don't adjust like that.
Well, you see it in your screen, and you don't see a lot of the guys down below, but let me say this, it wouldn't surprise me either. First Community Bank of Newport brings you the kickoff. We're community first, 2525 Malcolm Avenue, Newport, 870-201-6202. Online banking done right. First Community Bank, the first kickoff of the year. We are underway, and with the play-by-play, the voice of the Greyhounds, Hayden Schultz.
Jackson going to kick this one deep, goes over his head, going to be fielded near the 5-yard line. As now sets a room and breaks a few tackles, but he's going to be up to around the 17-yard line. And that's what you want if you're a Hound defense. Don't let them get over that 25, 30-yard line.
Boy, gang tackling, you can just see these guys running down the field, and the first thing that you notice is the speed, and then you notice these guys avoiding blocks and getting to the running back. It's not that those guys missed blocks, it's that we were good enough to get around some of those blocks they were trying to set up.
A couple of our guys got to come off, didn't have the knee pads down, and they're going to enforce that. So we'll see what this Mark Tree bunch can do. As you said, Dave, it was 48-30 last year. I don't think it was as close as the score indicated. I felt like we handled them pretty well. This is a team that wants nothing more than beat the Newport Greyhounds at home right here. Jay Grady, Big Mello Ellis, Hayden Kennedy we talked about, and Destin Jackson as quarterback keeper, and he's going to be brought down up to around the 20-yard line. That's Luke Sampson on the tackle. Give him a couple now, 2nd and 8. Trey Henderson, Luke Sampson, obviously your middle inside guys at linebacker. Day-Day Braxton out there, along with Jaden Robinson. So we'll try to get everyone named here.
Yeah, Jaden's first start as a Newport Greyhound.
Yeah, Tavares Hardaway, sophomore out there at the free safety position. Samaj Morgan at a corner. Big Boosie Hardaway in the game now. Quarterback rolling out to his left, looking for the out route, now looking to go deep. Scrambled, Jake Grady going to be there to bring him down along with Day-Day Braxton. Get him up to around the 23-yard line.
Well, tremendous pursuit from behind by Jay Grady. He's a good athlete. Boy, he's a great baseball player. That kid shucked his block. He read what was going to happen. He saw the guy sprinting to his left, and he said, you can't outrun me. I'm going to get there, and he did. He cut him off at the sidelines and made a great play.
Jessen Russell checking in the game now. 3rd down and 5 from the 23.
All 3rd downs are big, especially early in the game and early in the season, and here's the first big one of the year. Watch the football.
Don't get the long count, but we do have a flag, and I think it's on Mark Tree. And a false start, now 3rd and 10.
Well, their left guard and their left tackle just barely jumped, but you could certainly see it from here, and the officials caught that, and that's going to be 3rd and long. And football game brought to you by George Kell Motor Company, right here in Newport, Arkansas, Jackson's Funeral Home, Arkansas Steel Associates, and White River Health.
What I like is I've already seen 4 or 5 different guys being subbed in and subbed out. That's good for a football team when you got that kind of depth.
An officials timeout now.
I think we had a little trouble with the play clock. And there they go. On 3rd and long, here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Throws out in the flat. He is met there by Samaj Morgan. Samaj Morgan doesn't give him a whole lot. It's going to be 4th down and 7, and Mark Tree looks to bring on the punt team.
You can't play it any better than Samaj did, and he also getting his first start of his career. Just one of those kids that just kept developing and made himself a football player and gets the start defensively for the Hounds, and he played that as well as a cornerback could play it.
Well, those guys, when they were sophomores playing on those teams with such good talent, they're just waiting for their time, and now getting the time as a senior, they're hungry. They're ready to go.
Hey, and that's what the kickoff down to the 18-yard line gets you. Gets you 3 and out. Of course, help no one. What a punt here.
It's Day-Day Braxton going to field it around the 40, and he's electric as Day-Day trying to find a hole, and he's going to get inside Mark Tree territory. Inside the 40-yard line to the 39. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Hounds. That's a boomer of a punt.
It was a great punt, but you notice the difference in the field position. One team starts from their own 18, and then the next team, the Greyhounds, start at the 39-yard line in their territory. So a great job by the defense to get them to punt. What a crowd on hand tonight. It's great to be back in the booth for Greyhound football. I'm sorry Ben Black couldn't be with us tonight, but he'll be back next week at Batesville.
Travion Greer, Luke Reynolds in the backfield. Trip set to the top of your screen. Nemo Crite down here by himself. On 1st and 10, gives to Greer. Greer looking for a hole, very patient running. So he fights forward. Big block up here as he's going to be brought down near the 36.
Greer is a transfer in from Riverview. He got here last spring. He won the AAA championship in the 100-yard dash and competed in the meet of champions. This kid can run. He is Mr. Greer, Mr. Bookie Greer's nephew. Great kid, wonderful leader, quiet kid, but the kid leads by example.
The 2-back set here with Sampson, Reynolds, and Greer. Going to throw it out to flat to Day-Day. Day-Day is met. We just missed a block there. And now a 3rd down and long back to the 40.
Plays design, you've got really man-to-man coverage over there. And when one man releases, you've got to have your guy out there blocked. And we just didn't get it done.
Going to give us forward progress on that. Still 3rd and 7.
Those are execution plays, Hayden.
Russell, Sampson, Crite down here at the bottom. On 3rd down, quarterback, keeper. Luke Reynolds just puts his head down. Tough running there by Luke Reynolds. And David, get to say it for the first time this year. That's a Newport Small Engine Sales first down.
There we go. We thank them for taking over the duties of covering all the first downs right here.
Well, we always hope to say their name a lot.
Absolutely, along with Bratcher Real Estate, because they bring you every touchdown that the Hounds score.
Snap, give to Greer. Greer makes the first guy miss. Outside, got one man to beat. Big stiff arm as Greer's inside the 10-yard line, pushed out of bounds around the 8. And you just got to see a little glimpse of what he could do.
Well, the play looked like it was going to come inside, and Greer just took a jab step. It went outside, got around the defensive end, and into the secondary. We got a good block down there, and that's just a good play by the Hound offense.
I think the Hounds are going to go back to him. 1st and goal. Snap, give to Greer. Greer getting outside. He's going to walk in the end zone. Touchdown, Greyhounds.
Same play.
And making sure that there's no flags on the field. I don't see one. Or do I? Well, they're talking about it, so let's see here. There is a flag, Dave. A little late on the signal. Still haven't seen a signal. And a holding. So Greer will have to come back and do it again. A little confused there as I thought I saw a flag and then I didn't. And usually you give a signal before anything, but they're going to mark it back, and it's 1st and goal just outside the 10. Oh, we got a slant route here with Day-Day. Give to Luke Sampson. Sampson, tough running. He's going to be met inside the 10. Now 2nd and goal from the 8.
I think everybody in the house thought it was a touchdown.
Yeah.
They didn't see it either, including the press box across the way. Hound still in pretty good position here.
Snap, give to Greer. Greer going to get outside. Greer going to walk in the end zone. Going to double check, but I think he just got his first touchdown as a Newport Greyhound. Travion Greer gets the Hounds on the board here as they lead 6-0.
9-yard run by Greer. We had him down for an 8-yard run, so the penalty moved it back where he could get an extra yard, so he's got 9 more to his total. A 9-yard run that capped off a 39-yard drive. And you go back to the defense, the kicking game. The kicking game, kicking it inside the 10, stopping them at the 18, forcing the punt. Got great field position when Day-Day made the return, and it was 39 yards and touchdown for the Hounds.
So we've got 8 seconds here. We're going to get a penalty, more than likely. Hounds just look a little confused here. Didn't have that 11th guy.
Just want to remind everybody we'll be looking for the Fathead Pizza Big Hit of the Week. And also the John Miner Company Hustle Player of the Game. We'll name those 2 players at the end of the game, and we'll be down on the field for the Unity Health Player of the Game and the Subway and the Newport Walmart Coach Brian Reardon report at the conclusion of the contest tonight. Bratcher Real Estate.
Snap, hold, kick is up, and the Hounds go up 7-0. Oh, says no good. I'm sorry. It's Day-Day Braxton there to snap, Sampson to hold, and Jackson to kick.
Hounds covered some real estate. All touchdowns this year brought to you by Bratcher Real Estate at BratcherRealEstate.com. See Mary Reed, Principal Broker, Lauren Sampson, Joe Dupree, Carol Ann Young at 732 Malcolm Avenue at the corner of Malcolm and Wilkerson in Newport to acquire your real estate at 523-5100. Pretty good opening drive so far, and what a crowd we have on hand.
Absolutely.
You see some of it there.
And that's what you wanted to see coming out. You pin those guys deep, make a punt, and then you go down and score on a pretty easy drive there. Good crowd on hand for week 1, and I believe it's Hero Appreciation tonight. Going to have all the police officers, firefighters, all of them are going to meet at midfield at halftime, and I want to recognize those guys.
You know, Hayden, we've talked about Destin Jackson, just a guy who has put a lot of work into his craft. You know, the guy plays some too. He can play on both sides of the football, but he's really learned to kick. He can kick long field goals up to 40 to 45 yards. And obviously he kicked it inside the 10 a while ago, and here we go again.
Well, I don't think you want to kick it to a wide as Hounds look for the onside kick and just missed it, but Mark Tree is going to get great field position this time at the 48-yard line.
That was another First Community Bank kickoff, and it didn't go quite as well as what the Greyhounds wanted. So these guys set up with great field position. Let's see what their offense can do on their second offensive possession. I love Coach Carpenter's style defensively. I mean, he and Rashad and the rest of the staff, he just coaches full blast from start to finish.
Well, I think as a defensive coordinator, you got to be a little of a psycho kind of, and he acts like that on Friday nights, and I love every second of it. Very passionate in what he does, and he does a great job at it. Snap, give inside handoff as breaks the first tackle. Hayden Kennedy along with Ivan Gonzalez there to bring him down, gain of 8. He's going to be brought down to the 45-yard line. And the first time the Indians get into Hound territory.
Well, it's always easier when you start at the 47 compared to your 18, and that's the difference in the two kicks that the Hounds had.
On second and a couple here.
Under 7 to play. Here comes
the Hounds
blitz.
bring pressure. Quarterback trying to get out, and he is going to be brought down for a loss. Back to the 46-yard line, and a good call there on the blitz. And a big third down here.
Well, just a host of Greyhounds defensively moving to the football. This defense will be good because of the 4 guys up front can make the back guys pretty darn good.
David, that's how I heard that you were so good, because the guys in front of you.
I'll not dispute that, my friend.
Hounds look to bring pressure again here on a counter play and had the guy for a big loss, but it looks like it's coming back with a flag as he's going to be brought down. It looks like Samaj Morgan on the tackle, but it was a holding. Hayden Kennedy was all in the backfield, and they do get it.
Well, the Hounds could not have played that any better, and had they not gotten the holding call, I mean, we would have made that tackle for a big loss.
Looks like Lucas Looper in the ball game, another sophomore getting some reps here.
Come on down here, defense. Let's play a little bit on this end. Back down to the 44. That's 3 yards behind where the drive started, so it'll be third down and 13.
On third down, quarterback throws it out in the flat. Day-Day Braxton gets off a block there and just goes and makes a tackle. No gain on the play. Now a 4th down. And we'll see what Mark Tree elects to do here.
That play's just designed for you to get, 7 or 8 yards, and he didn't even, he gets a yard on it, and that's all because of the defensive play from the cornerback position. And Day-Day will go back in deep formation to receive the punt.
This guy boomed it earlier, so he's got the ability to put this inside the 20.
Mark Tree a little confused trying to get enough guys on the field.
Looks like the Hound's going to bring pressure here. And Kennedy almost blocks it. We need to get off the field. It's Day-Day Braxton with a fair catch inside the 30, and they're going to officially call it the 29-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Hounds.
I want to remind everybody that football game is brought to you by Newport Small Engine Sales and Service, your lawn and garden headquarters. Let me tell you what, if mowing and gardening is one of your things, they've got the equipment to take care of you. James Langston and his crew out there, they can fix them, they can sell them, they can work on them. They can make you trim a yard to the T. Go see the friendly folks. Stowe Road right here in Newport.
First and 10. Give here to Greer. Greer, patient running yet again. He's going to be up to the 35-yard line. Give him 6.
Football game also brought to you by Diaz Scrap Metal, by I Care RX Pharmacy, ASU Newport, Ellis Automotive. You need your automobile worked on, those are the guys where you need to go. You can check them out on Facebook at Ellis Automotive. They do from minor repairs to major repairs. All at Ellis Automotive.
High snap fielded as Greer, once again patient, sticks his foot in the ground, makes one guy miss, and he's going to be up to the 46-yard line. And David, another Newport small engine, first down.
Well, the Hounds are moving the ball the way they want to. Coach Austin mixing up the sides of which he's running the football. He's running some to the short side, some to the wide side.
We've seen a lot of 11 personnel, seen some two-back, seen some pistols, seen some different looks here, trip sets. And here's the snap, and Luke Reynolds calls his own number. As Reynolds going to be across midfield, they'll mark him down at the 48 into Indian territory.
You know, the one thing that we don't talk enough about Luke, I mean, we talk about his decision-making at the quarterback position, we talk about his arm, and we talk about how he runs the football, but his toughness, both mentally and physically, second to none. This kid's a tough football player, and he gets it from a good family of tough people.
Yeah, older brother signaling in the place for him tonight. And snap, Reynolds looking to throw, and he's just going to throw this one out, and smartly does, and that's a guy that's played. That's a senior that knows a busted play and just throws it away. I think as a 10th grade, Luke Reynolds would have tried to fit that in somewhere.
Well, when you do, you get yourself in trouble for doing that. You make that decision. You say, look, it's a busted play. I don't want a busted play turn into a lot worse than what it already is. So let's just make it a no-gain play. Sets up 3rd down and 4, which is a lot more manageable than if you do something silly and you lose yourself 15 or throw a pick.
Snap, give to Greer. Greer bouncing it outside. Travion Greer, he's got one man to beat. Travion is going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 20. They'll mark him at the 16. And Newport Small Engine Sales and Service Lawn and Garden Headquarters. Go see them at Stowe Road right here in Newport, Arkansas. And they're getting their name called a lot right now. Hope to hear another Ratcher Real Estate right here, Dave.
Let's get it, my friend. Still in the first quarter, a little over 3 minutes to play.
Feed him again, Greer. Head down. He's going to be near the 11.
Well, really like where the offensive line is coming off the football, and you got the big Johnson kid, Andrew Johnson, who earned him a start as a senior. Big fella. He's worked really hard. He's worked hard in the weight room. He's an exciting player in that interior offensive line.
Reynolds puts his head down. Luke Reynolds going to be inside the 10. They'll mark him down around the 7.
About the 7-yard line, between the 6 and the 7.
It's 3rd down and short here.
Football game brought to you by White River Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We'll talk more about them momentarily.
Looked like a little tush push there. I like it.
3rd and short, and the Hounds pick up the 1st down.
You know, I thought that was something that we didn't have last year as an under center package,
right.
Something where you could just go to it on those short yardage. And obviously, you know, Josh Austin's implemented that. And right there's a play that's pretty much unstoppable when you got Boosie Hardaway and then 3 or 4 guys behind him pushing.
Big Boosie. That's 350 plus a man. Gonzalez on the left. He's a great football player as well.
1st and goal. Snap. Reynolds hitting the backfield, trying to break free and cannot. It's going to be a loss here. They're going to put him back down to the 7. Now 2nd and goal from there. Just brought a little pressure from that weak side. And Reynolds couldn't break free.
Now, if you're standing on the sidelines for the Mark Tree Indians and you're coaching the defense, you're just hoping for a turnover down here. You're hoping for a hold. Certainly don't want to give up the second touchdown to the Greyhounds. And on the other hand, that's what the Greyhounds very, very need. Hi, Doug Daddle. How are you, sir?
Snap, fake. Reynolds trying to get outside and get the corner. Puts his head down, runs over a man. Luke Reynolds gets his first, 6 for 6. And the Hounds leading 12-0 with 1:11 to go in the first.
The physicality of Luke Reynolds once again. I mean, just getting there and hits the guy at the 2, carries him the 1 into the end zone. That's that physical toughness that we talked about him earlier. The Hounds cap off an 71-yard drive for their second touchdown of the night.
Well, you can look at the roster, and they've got him listed at 162. He's 170 plus now.
Right.
Snap, hold, kick is up and is good. Hounds lead here 13-0 with 1:11 to go in the first.
Hound did cover some more real estate right then. 71 yards of it for Bratcher Real Estate. BratcherRealEstate.com right here in Newport. Football game is brought to you by Merchants and Planters Bank, with offices in several locations in Northeast and North Central Arkansas. Folks, if you need a good bank, can we recommend M&P Bank, one of your just all-star banks. And I've been with M&P for many, many years and borrowed a lot of money from those folks from the lending department. If you're thinking about mortgage lending or commercial lending, whether it's residential or commercial, you can talk to the friendly folks at M&P Bank, 523-3601 right here in Newport.
I need to know who the manager is.
That's a private joke between me and Aiden. Ben needed to know who the manager was.
But it got all fixed.
He got it all fixed. And it wasn't anything to do with Merchants Players Bank.
No.
It's just Ben just needed to know who the manager was.
Another First Community Bank kickoff is Jackson going to kick this deep, fielded around the 15-yard line. Got a set up here for a big return, and Hounds end up converting. They're going to bring him down around the 31. 1st and 10 for the Indians from there. Love seeing multiple guys get multiple reps here. Donnell Williams out there right now. Jamil Thomas, Pee Wee.
Keeping guys fresh.
That's what you got to do. If you can do that and not lose a step in 3A football, you're a lot better than some. Snap, quarterback. And he is met by Jay Grady, and here comes the herd of Hounds to bring him down. And that's what I love to see, is those orange helmets flying to the football.
Jay Grady took his guy and got a stalemate with him at the line of scrimmage and then shucked him off and then made the tackle. That is textbook work at defensive line play.
On 2nd and 11. We'll see if the Indians try to go through the air. Hadn't really seen them go through the air here. Hounds bringing pressure, rolling out to his right as he's hit immediately there by Hayden Kennedy, bringing the pressure off the edge.
Well, we talked about him in the pregame. You and I talked about him, as you said, prior to the game. He's just that kid that when you look at him, he looked like a Division I football player. He's really been in the weight room. He's gotten stronger. He's fast. He's quick over at the defensive end. And let me tell you what, that kid will hit you.
Showed you right there, and now 3rd down and long here for Mark Tree.
When you have a 4-man defensive line and you can get pressure from your defensive end like that, boy, that opens up lots and lots of places for your linebackers to move.
Big Boosie trying to hype up the crowd here on 3rd down.
Jessen Russell in at a linebacker.
Looking, no one there. And it is incomplete now, 4th down and long. It's thought it might have been a screen the way the offensive line were kind of blocking there. And it might have been, and nobody knew it.
Or it might have been our defensive line was just so good the offensive line might have
Well, that happens too.
unintentionally let those guys through. It's just great defense by the Hounds once again. Getting near the end of the first quarter here. Day Braxton is real capable of taking one of the house. We're offsides, I thought.
Hayden Kennedy almost blocks that as he ran his guy over. Day-Day's going to pick it up, and that's one of those where you don't need to do that. And he's going to be brought down inside Mark Tree territory. Very scrappy Day Braxton. If he sees any potential to take one to the house, like right there, he just thinks, but right there you just go, hey, we'll take it at midfield. You don't try to do anything. The worst thing that can happen there is you fumble. You don't want to lose the football.
I said this last year and the last couple of years. Day-Day's a senior now, but when he was in the 9th grade and playing basketball after a basketball game one night, I remember him telling me vividly, he said, you're going to be calling my name next year on that football field. He said, I'm Day Braxton, and been calling it for 3 years now.
1st and 10, inside handoff to Luke Sampson. Luke makes the first guy miss, and Luke dragging folks. He's going to be close to the 40-yard line.
I say everything. That's the end of the first quarter. We'll take a break and be right back.
You need a job, a future. So what should you do? Where should you go? At ASU Newport, the answer is just down the road. With 3 campuses tailored to different skill sets, ready to set you soaring with in-demand skills and unlimited earning potential. Our Newport campus features programs in diesel technology, agriculture technology, surgical technology, and more. Start your future now at ASU Newport, your community college.
It's on like Donkey Kong, boys. What'd you say? You need a pickup truck? You want to buy one? Well, hey, come on down here to George Kelly, okay? He's got GMC, he's got Chevrolet. I'll fix you right up. Look, here's what we're going to do. No, that's too much. No, you're quoting figures that are too high. I'm going to go lower than that. Open your ears, take the truck, and drive off the lot. Snap to prove, boys. Move out. Hey, Elliot, I just sold one.
GMC, we are professional grade.
Well, Cy was going through the process of getting one sold for George Kell Motor Company. He closed it down and sold one. We appreciate George Kell Motor Company for being the lead sponsor on all of our sports here for Newport High School. Thanks, Dean and Elliott, for what you guys do.
2nd and a couple.
Everybody. Touchdown.
Fake screen, throw to Day. Day goes to the Casa. That's 41 yards. And the Hounds turn the lights off, and here's some flashing lights. Can't see it great yet. Sun hadn't really set. It's 19-0 here. And there went the fireworks. What a play call. 2nd and short, you think give this to Greer, or if anything, you throw the screen. Day walks into the end zone.
Another Bratcher Real Estate touchdown.
As Braxton to snap, Sampson to hold, Jackson to kick.
Well, what another good play call by Josh Austin.
Didn't think that got in, and it didn't. And the Hounds still lead here 19-0 with 11:53 to go in the second. Definitely had the leg, as I think it landed on Dulaney's truck out there in the parking lot.
Well, he can kick the football, and more times than not, he's going to make extra points. And it's one of the things that we struggled with the last, 6 or 7 years, I would guess.
You can say more than that.
Yeah, maybe longer.
They had me kicking at one point.
Well, let's go back a long way then, man. That's 10 years. That's man. You telling me you were the kicker?
Kicked off.
Well, here's how bad we were when I was a senior. I was always the snapper. I snapped when I was a sophomore, and I snapped when I was a junior. I did not snap when I was a senior, and it was not because I was not the best snapper. I had to punt, so somebody else had to snap. So the snapper wasn't good as the snapper was, and the punter certainly wasn't good as what the punter was, because the punter before that was Dennis Hagewood, and Dennis Hagewood was a good punter. Just a little side note on a story back in the 70s and early 70s about a great football team. Football game, we're looking for that John Miner crop insurance hustle play. Hayden Kennedy may have a nomination for that. He's had a couple of hustle plays tonight. Ball game also brought to you by Newport Economic Development Commission. You can find all the links at NEDC, Newport Chamber, Newport City, and Jackson County at newportarcity.org. Look those guys up. Dairy Queen in Batesville. New week means new deals, exclusively available on the DQ app. Get the app today. Do a little business with the friendly folks at DQ in Batesville.
Jackson kicks it deep, fielded around the 16. Now the Indians looking for a return and getting outside, and he's got a little room as he's got Destin Jackson there on the sideline to push him out of bounds. We'll see where they officially mark it. They're going to say he's out of bounds at the 41.
'46.
46, excuse me.
Mark Tree wants a timeout. They just need to talk about getting their offense together. Their coaches out there on the field talking about something. I have no idea what this could be, nor does anybody here in the booth. What do you think this may be about, Hayden?
It has to be that pushed him late, because if he was out.
I thought he got hit late too.
Yeah, that's the only thing that you. I mean, he didn't go out until into Newport territory.
Right, yeah.
If they're saying he was out at the 46, then yes.
Yes, yeah, it's a late hit. I agree with Coach Dunn. White River Area Agency on Aging, always looking for aides. You can call 523-4982 for more information at White River Area Agency right here in Newport. C&M Ag Depot at 2900 Highway 367 north of Newport, offering a wide variety of hunting supplies. Hunting season is here. It's right around the corner. Whether it's shells, whether it's ammo, whatever you need. Carhartt clothing, lacrosse boots. Have a great selection at C&M Ag Depot on Highway 67 north, or 167, or 367, or 967, or 167. But it's the highway through Newport, and it's on the north side, C&M Ag Depot. We got everything worked out here, and so it's first down and 10 for Mark Tree at their own 46-yard line. Hounds leading, as you see, 19-0.
On 1st and 10, Give trying to get outside. Young man made a couple guys miss, and then is going to be brought down around the 30-yard line. A little extra here. It's not Kennedy got held a little bit here.
Well, he got held for about 7, 8, 9 seconds is what he got held. And he didn't like it. I will say this. The kid did hold, but he held very, very well. He disguised it very, very well.
Give inside. And pushed out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
And this is one of those drives, Hayden, that it's just imperative that if Mark Tree wants to stay in the football game, they've got to put points on the board right here.
Well, the back's doing a real good job. Our defensive ends, get that first couple steps, and their tackles just walling us off and cutting inside is what they've done the last couple plays. So
see if the Hounds come with the linebackers.
Might set something up here for Mark Tree to go inside, maybe a counter play. When you got defensive ends that rush like that, usually a counter, something to offset. And they look to throw. And they're going to throw a screen pass out here. The young man's going to be brought down. He's got a flag here.
Face mask in the interior line, I think. You had mentioned on the break that you thought it might get a little chippy. It kind of, you had that feeling that it might do that, and it's kind of gotten a little chippy. But Martree knocking on the door, first down and goal from the 5. Looking for their first point of the year.
Now first and goal. Gibb trying to get outside. And he's going to be brought down shy. Looks like Trey Henderson on the tackle. Now second and goal from there. Young man's caught the corner a couple times on us.
He has. Fathead Pizza, one word, all caps. Looking for that Fathead Pizza collision of the week. Now would be a great opportunity to do so right here on the 1 yard line and get a jarring fumble recovery here.
Quarterback. He is met there by Boosie Hardaway, and here comes a bunch of Hounds, and we do have a flag.
I mean, obviously there was some confusion about kids getting into the game. You had one kid coming in late. He went in, he came back out, then he went in, then they sent a guy in motion, I think, before that guy got set. Yeah, a 5-yard penalty for illegal motion. Illegal shift.
Shouldn't be a loss of that. It should be, yeah, 2nd and 6.
Well, when you get the ball on the 1 yard line, you just can't have that mistake. You cannot make that mistake if you're Martree.
Give inside, and Hayden Kennedy mates him, and I think the ball might have came out. It looked like Martree hangs on to it, but it's now 3rd and goal from the 6.
When you see the gray jerseys come through the line against the white jerseys, you know that the defense has got a chance to make a big play and timeout on the field. And I mean, just you get the ball at the 1 yard line, Hayden, you've just got to be able to take it in from there. And the one thing that you can't have is a penalty, an unforced penalty before the whistle. And you know, they let them go ahead and run the play, but I mean, it's a killer. If you're on the 1 yard line, you have to move back to the 6.
Yeah, and a good timeout, I think, here for the Hounds. When those guys are second and goal from the 1. I mean, you think that they've got a lot of things going in that they can score right there, and you end up looking up now 3rd and 6.
I think these guys got to throw the football.
Yeah, well, I mean, I saw when they have not done it yet, but when on the wide side here, they'll have a single receiver, and you've got a tailback. All that we have is a defensive end that's the outside guy there. If you can lead with him, that might be something where this quarterback's elusive. He can get outside, and then you're hoping that your guy can run sideline to sideline with him. I would expect something like that right here. I don't think they want to throw the football. Give him to the back, and he's going to go outside, and he's going to walk in the end zone. Touchdown, Martree.
Pretty good call there.
Well, you do have a flag.
I think they're going to get called for holding.
Hold against Martree. Martree fans aren't going to be happy.
Well, the holding was out on the perimeter, right on the line of scrimmage, almost at the goal line.
Yeah, it was over from where it was called.
Yeah, so they mark them a 10-yard penalty, and they only move it back to, the 12? So it was at the 2 yard line where they called it.
And the young man was in the end zone at that point.
Yes. Play clock down to 10. I don't know if Mark
Yeah,
Tree's going to have enough time to get this play in.
Yeah, I might have to burn one right here. They do get it off. Quarterback looking to throw. Under pressure, going to throw it across the middle. And it's incomplete. And now 4th and goal from the 12.
I think you're right, my friend. Be a big defensive play for the Hounds, considering that they had the football at the 1 yard line. These guys trying to cap off a 46-yard drive. Have scored. They just had penalties that nullify the points. Now Coach Dunn wants a timeout. He wants to talk about it. And, I mean, you get the football down here, you're down 19-0. You're really excited when you had it on the 1. You don't have it on the 1 anymore. Now you got it all the way back to the 12, and you got 1 down. And there's probably not a lot of plays that are in your playbook for 4th and goal from the 12. So you got to come back and look back in your playbook and say, what are some of those plays that we normally would have that we were going to run at the 30-yard line or the 40-yard line? That's what you have to do, because it's not a goal line play here for sure. Ben Black on assignment. We miss him, but appreciate all the great work by our good friend Josh Nation. Is showing you both huddles there. You see the Mark Tree Indians on the bottom, Newport Greyhounds at the top of the screen. Finally invested in a monitor. We can kind of see what's going on. Or maybe I could see what's going on, as Hayden likes to say.
I see just fine.
I see not real well. There is a difference.
For sure. That's why I think I called the play-by-play now. I think if you could see, you'd call play-by-play. You were pretty good.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Hey, you're pretty good yourself, my friend.
4th and goal from the 12. Here's the snap. Quarterback looks to throw, throws to the end zone. They're going to say it was out of bounds. And turnover on downs there. And 1st and goal. Excuse me. Started 1st and goal from the 6. Turned into 2nd and goal from the 1. Turned into 4th and goal from the 12. And the Hounds, what you thought, Mark Tree's going to walk in here for 6.
Absolutely thought that. So the Hounds get their 4th offensive possession. They're 3 for 3 on Ratcher Real Estate touchdowns. You don't ever want it at the 12 unless it's one of those times where you stop them at the 12 from scoring.
Yeah, that's the only time that it's acceptable.
Very acceptable here.
We got 9 in the box here. There's Greer trying to get outside. Greer got one man to beat. You ain't catching him. He is gone to the house, but there is a flag.
Couple of flags. I think one flag is because we didn't get off the field quick enough, and I think this flag right here may be a legal block in the back, or it's coming back. But it just shows you the explosiveness of the Greer kid.
I mean, this guy was running.
Oh, touchdown.
Sideline warning.
I'll take it.
This guy was running 10-something 100 meters. I mean,
Right.
if he gets any little room, there ain't a young man in the state that'll catch him.
82-yard run for Greer.
He covered some real estate there.
Yeah, he covered a lot of it. Ratcher Real Estate touchdown, the 4th one of the night.
I believe that puts him over 100 when you get 80 plus.
Yeah.
Braxton the snap. Sampson to hold. Jackson to kick. Snap, hold, kick. And that one looked good. Hounds lead here 26-0 with 9:14. David, talk a little bit about, we said early in the broadcast, I said, I don't think this team will be as explosive early in the year as they were last year, and I still stand by that. But then you look up and it's 26-0, and we got 9:14 to go in the half.
Well, the Hounds have done what they had to do offensively to keep drives alive and execute plays. I mean, the Greer kid's just not only fast, he's a very strong-willed person in his mind, and he's a very quiet kid. But let me tell you what they say, he's as good a kid as he's probably a better kid than he is a football player, and he's a great football player, so that tells you a lot about the kid itself.
I was talking to Mr. Greer, Mr. Kenyon Miller down here, you know, a couple good ones that were talking. I said, he's got to have a nickname. You know, all the good ones have a nickname. You know, Kenyon Miller, Killer Miller.
Killer.
And then obviously Bookie Greer. I mean, I said, he's got to have one. He said, he's got to prove himself before he gets a nickname from me. I think he might have proved a little bit something there. And he said he didn't want to see him just run past everybody. He knew he was fast. He wants to see him run through someone. And we've seen a little bit of that too.
Zabrian Pittman in on the kickoff team, 24. Rafael Macias.
Hounds with a little pooch kick. And he's going to be into Hound territory at the 49-yard line.
Hounds just working on some things there, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it was a full-on onside kick. I mean, you hit it in the air if you were going to onside kick it. Maybe kick that a little deeper over the front line's head was the play there. I assume.
You know, you look at Mark Tree, their first drive started their own 18, and that's when the defense held. It forced the punt. They got a long punt, but then the next three times they're on 47, they're on 46, and now the Newport 49. They've had great field position on 3 of their 4 drives, and nothing to show for it on the scoreboard as the Hounds lead 26-0.
See what they can get going here. Motion man. Snap, fake, quarterback underneath. He's not going to get away from Hayden Kennedy there to bring him down. Near the 46-yard line. Give him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hayden Kennedy is a man out there on the football field. Football game brought to you by Delta Trailer Manufacturing, located in the Newport Air Base Industrial Park. Celebrating well over 50 years in business of putting trailers all over the United States and Canada. Everywhere I go, everywhere I've been, I see trailers from Delta Trailer.
Throws out a flat little screen. This looks like Jaden Robinson on the tackle, but it's going to be enough to move the chains here for the Indians.
Unity Health Newport, your local community health care provider with inpatient, outpatient care, believing in the power of the people to create great care. Unity Health Newport says go Greyhounds. We'll also bring you the player of the game. End of the contest.
Now 1st and 10 here from the Indians at the 38. And we've got a timeout here for the Hounds.
Still looking for that big pop tonight, Hayden. We really just hadn't seen the big pop. We've been real fluid defensively. We've been real fast defensively. We've been real strong defensively, but we hadn't had that one big pop to get a fat head collision. But we had a lot of hustle plays, but we just haven't named anything that we thought was outstanding. Luke Sampson on offense a little bit ago had a great hustle play.
Well, it'll be the first time in a long time that Tyler Ridley doesn't get a free pizza.
You know, Tyler came up to me. He won the first 2, and he should have won the 3rd one. He came up to me at the end of the year, end of that game, end of that week, game 3 against Salem. And I saw him the next week and didn't bring him the certificate. And he said, man, you cheated me. I said, I can't give it to you every week. I said, well, no, I could give it to you every time. I could give it to you every week, but I said, I'm trying to spread the love around. He just kind of smiled. He understood. He understood.
From the 38. Indians, 11 personnel, motion. Snap, fake, Mack underneath, and he is met there. Hayden Kennedy is there to bring him down, but we do have a flag. Looks like maybe a face mask or a horse collar. It was up around the chin area. Personal foul against the Hounds.
Coach Carpenter's not going to like that, but you know, sometimes you just get called with those fouls when you're hustling. You're hustling hard, you're playing hard. And sometimes those things happen.
First and 10 from the 26. Indians get a easy first down. Little option play, trying to get outside. He is met there. That's Day-Day Braxton there for the loss. And played well there by Day-Day.
You have to read, you have to react, and then you got to execute. And he did all three. Textbook defense. Hounds leading 26-0 and still 7.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Football game brought to you by the City of Newport. Mayor Derek Ratliff and staff encourage you to take advantage of all that Newport has to offer. Lots of things going on in downtown Newport that the city and NEDC coordinate together.
Second and 12.
Mayor Derek Ratliff.
Roll out, just going to throw the bubble pass, but they're going to say incomplete. Now 3rd and 12. Hounds were hoping that it wasn't going to be called incomplete, that it was going to be a lateral. But it was a forward pass.
Hounds are rolling up some offense. Had a 39-yard drive, a 71-yard drive, 49-yard drive, and then, of course, the 82-yard run was an 82-yard drive. One play.
3rd and 12. Yevon, young man, makes the first guy miss, and Kennedy there to bring him down the second time. Now 4th down and manageable. That was a good play call there. It's now maybe 4th and 5.
Ball's spotted at the 21-yard line.
Justin Russell checking back into the football game. He's checked in at linebacker once. Looks like he's going to the interior here.
And Jay Grady in here on 4th and 5. In the mirrors back right here.
Gonzalez in the middle.
Snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Drops the football, and he's got to pick it up, and he is met there.
They're going down to the 35-yard line. Fumble was covered by Marquis, but he'll go down at the 35.
Destin Jackson, boy, with great hustle.
Big Destin.
He's a big kid.
They got him listed at 6'1", 246.
That's a big kid. Well, the Hound defense turns over the Mark Tree offense on downs and will get the football at the 34-yard line, leading 26-0 and still half of the second quarter to go. Newport's had it 4 times and scored 4 times. And I missed Ben Black being in the broadcast booth to do the color, and I'm trying to do the color and do the score and tell you about all of our great sponsors.
Fake to Greer Reynolds. Still fighting forwards. Luke Reynolds is finally going to be wrestled to the ground. They're going to give him forward progress up to the 39. And this is where it gets chippy.
Great job by the officials to get in between them, separate them, and just make sure that nobody gets kicked out of the football game.
Now 2nd and 5. Here's the snap. Give is to Greer. Greer not going to get a whole lot there. So he'll be up to the 41. Now 3rd down and 4.
Well, what a beautiful night for football in Arkansas. Temperatures in the low to mid 70s.
This is not a bad timeout right here.
Hounds call timeout. Need to get a good play on 3rd and 3. But we're talking about the weather and this time of year. I mean, week 0 in Arkansas, and it's August, and we've had 60-something degree temperature yesterday and last night and night before, and I mean set state records. I mean nobody obviously cannot remember a 64-degree temperature in August. It's always generally so hot at the game. The first 3 or 4 games that you go to, you just sweat up here in the box. We're in the John Minor press box, by the way, where we get to operate out of. Mr. John Minor Sr., as big a Greyhound supporter there has ever been. That's why we honor him with the John Minor Hustle Player of the Game.
He's the boss of the Greyhounds.
He is the boss for sure.
On 3rd and 3. Snap. Give to Greer. Greer's got a 1st down here, and it's a Newport Small Engine Sales and Service 1st down.
Well, Jessen Russell pancaked the guy that he was blocking, and Jessen offered to pick him up. And the young man from Mark Tree declined. Jessen's 6'5", and the guy he's blocking is 5'8", 5'9".
Long count.
Simultaneous. Did you hear how we said that? Long count.
Well, Dave, I will say I've been doing this about 10 years now, but I've watched you for about 10. So I've learned a thing or two.
Good for you.
10 on top of the 10 of being in the booth with you.
When you told me that yesterday, I was flabbergasted. 10 years. Congratulations, my friend, on your milestone.
I told Dave I'd catch him one day if he'd quit. Reynolds throws the slant
What
right
a
out
shot.
to Nemo Cright just through his hands. And I love the play call there on 1st and 5.
Well, and Nemo is one of those kids that deserves to get an opportunity to try to catch the ball. It was a great pass, and he had his hands on it, but the defender made a good play, just tipped the ball right out of his hands. They kind of hit simultaneous.
Well, this group of seniors was the first Pee Wee group that I coached.
Really?
In 4th grade by myself. Yes, sir.
Well, they've developed quite well, my friend.
And it ain't for me, I assure you. 2nd and 5. Greer. Outside. Greer. Stiff arm. Greer going to be pushed out of bounds, but we do have a flag down near the 30.
Well, we'll just have to see what they've got here. Dr. Gavin McDowell at Customized Vision Care and his staff are now offering a low-level light therapy and intense pulse light and radio frequency system for facial and skin rejuvenation and dry eye treatment. We'll have a full interview at halftime. You need to watch this. Folks, let me tell you what, if you care about your skin and you care about your eyes, you need to watch this interview because they've invested thousands upon thousands of dollars on this new equipment.
Throwing out wide here to Nemo. It's Nemo. Down to the 45. You like that, Dave?
I love it.
For the viewers watching at home, if you're going into opponent territory, you're actually going down.
Yeah, because you're at the 50 and then you get to the 45, you go down to the 45.
As if you were in your own territory at the 22, you're going up
to the 50. And when you cross the 50, it's down to.
Tush push. Luke Reynolds. I think he's got enough. Newport Small Engine Sales and Service Lawn and Garden Headquarters. First down. Kind of a mouthful.
It is, but hey, I'm telling you what, good people, very, very good people. I mean, James is, I've sold pickup trucks to that gentleman years ago, he and his family. And his family runs a great business out there, let me tell you what.
Get back to Greer. Greer trying to get outside and does. And here it's coming back, but you weren't going to catch him anyway.
In the end zone, but there is a flag on the play.
We're going to get Day-Day over here for a hold, I assume.
You know, when you coach your wide receivers, you teach them to get there and lock up. I mean, that's what you teach them to do, and hope that the defender doesn't pull away from you. I mean, once he starts pulling away from you, you got to let him go. You got to let him go at that point, because if they see the jersey being held, they're going to call that every time. It was a great block. It was just a little bit too long.
Back to the 42-yard line.
Sonic drive in to Newport.
11 from the 42.
This is how the Newport Greyhounds Sonic. Right here, up 26-0 here against Mark Tree. Week 0 of the high school football season.
First and 11 from the 42. Snap, Reynolds on a counter, and he's tackled from behind. And loss of one, maybe two. It's second and 13. Let some of this clock roll here. You're up 26-0. It's my opinion. On second down. Probably going to use all 4 downs to get it unless something crazy was to happen right here. Snap, Reynolds throws it out to Greer. Greer puts his foot in the ground and made that guy completely miss. Up to close to the original line of scrimmage. Now 3rd and 10. I don't get in a hurry here. I let it tick. I think Mark Tree's got 1 timeout left, I believe. Trip set. Zay Greer and Trey Greer in the backfield. It's a long count, but it looks like the Hounds move first.
I do like the crew, how they, on a play like that, everybody in the world sees it. Umpire comes up, takes the football, marks it off 5 yard. We have some of those crews sometimes where the referee has to go over and explain what happened to one coach, and he walks all the way on the other side and he said, well, we got this guy, he's in motion. Well, everybody saw that. Get it marked off and let's go. I love the crew. Long snap again. Long count.
Yeah, I like it. Snap. Reynolds going to air this one up and knocked away, intended for Day-Day Braxton. Now 4th and 15.
Well, you can't play it any better than that if you're Mark Tree. I mean, that's just sensational defensive back play by Chance Duke.
I think Hounds will go. The way your defense is playing, I think you do. Snap, Reynolds looking to throw, got plenty of time. He's going to air this one up to Nemo, and Nemo, it's incomplete. Turnover on downs. And Mark Tree will have the football with 1:30 as the clock is still rolling.
Stop the clock, guys.
Should go back to 1:30. Wasn't a minute and 40, I assure you.
Woodbriar Nursing Home at 204 Catherine Street in Harrisburg for your short-term or long-term care. If you're looking for a great place where the decision makers are the owners and they're right there available, give them a call at 870-578-2483. We're Sampson family owned at Woodbriar Nursing Home in Harrisburg.
Well, Mark Tree try to throw the football. Little pistol formation. They don't. They keep it on the ground. Jessen Russell there. They bring him down near midfield. Probably the right call. Let some clock dwindle. If you bust one, you bust one. And then maybe take a couple shots here. It's winding down inside a minute.
Going back to the second down and goal from the 1. And the Indians did not punch it in.
I expect it to be drawn up for 2 here for the Indians. Play clock under 5 now.
Didn't get it off.
They had to call a timeout. Burn their 3rd and final.
Troy and Sequoia Scott, both former Newport Greyhounds, offering a great selection of home-cooked meals for lunch and dinner. They're open Sunday, which is Soul Food Sunday. They're open on Wednesday for a variety of options, and Friday for fish from 11:30 until sold out. Try the Big Tro Barbecue with all the fixings. It's absolutely outstanding. Check out the daily options on Facebook at Tree Wine Sensations. They're located out on the highway. You can call them at 731-803-6881. Order, they'll have it ready to go when you arrive. Mouth-watering food your heart will smile for at Tree Wine Sensations. Good kids working hard. I say kids, they're grown-ups now. Big Tro, a Greyhound football player, and Sequoia, a fantastic softball player.
She can hit it. 2nd and 7. Quarterback looking to throw under pressure. Escaping. Shifty move there. And he's going to be brought down there. Donnell Williams along with Hayden Kennedy. We got a young man down here for Mark Tree. Want to take a break here?
Yes, if Anthony's ready, we will.
Hope that young man there, James White, 6'4", 280.
Big man.
Sophomore, Dave.
Well, he bummed up either an ankle or a knee on that particular play, but obviously he wasn't down very long. He's needed a little help to get off the field, and so we'll go back to our 3rd down play.
Regardless, hope that young man's okay.
Absolutely. 3rd and 4.
Clock rolling. Quarterback under pressure and a sack there. Hayden Kennedy. Let's see everybody. Lucas Looper, Jay Grady. We got a flag here. Personal foul against Mark Tree.
Well, what tremendous pressure. I mean, Looper was quick. Kennedy was quick. Grady was quick.
That big Lane Stewart out there, that little inside linebacker, and that's going to end the half where the Hounds lead here, 26-0.
At Merchants and Planners Bank, we're more than just your bank. We're part of your community. For over 78 years, we've been helping families grow, businesses thrive, and dreams come true right here in Jackson County. We proudly support local businesses and give back to the community that we love. And we're always there to cheer on the Greyhounds, both on and off the field. Personalized service, local expertise, and people dedicated to making their community happy. That is the Merchants and Planners Bank difference. Merchants and Planners Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hayden, it's been all Hounds here in the first half, 26-0. Scored on their first 4 offensive possessions, and we talked about it. I mean, obviously a big difference in the game is when Mark Tree didn't score when they had the ball down on the 1-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, when the Hounds go up a couple scores and then you feel like Mark Tree's obviously not giving up and they crawl back and they get there and then the penalty kind of shoots himself in the own foot. You know, it had the makings there for Mark Tree to crawl back into this thing, and not to say that the second half that these guys are going to give up, but you felt like they had a little momentum going that way, and they've had momentum, but it just seems like they've shot themselves in the foot a couple of different times. And give it up to the Hound defense there, holding strong. I mean, on 2nd and goal, you could have done anything right there to give it up, and they don't. Also, a couple times there down on some short yardage stuff there, and the Hounds defense has been playing lights out, and the Greer kid has been as advertised, and I think the Hounds hadn't really got to see him throw the football, but I like them throwing the football. So we'll see what the second half has coming right up.
At Shelter Insurance, we've found that peace of mind offers some real advantages. That's why we work hard to make things easier for you. By sheltering your cars, by sheltering your home, by sheltering your toys, by sheltering your life. Peace of mind. Isn't that the best shelter there is? Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Ask Shelter Agent Mark Manning about Shelter's competitive insurance rates.
White River Health has a number of locations to meet both your primary care and specialty care needs, including White River Health Family Care and White River Health Specialty Care in Newport. For more information on services available, visit whiteriverhealth.org. White River Health is a proud supporter of Newport Greyhound Athletics.
It's on like Donkey Kong, boys. What'd you say? You need a pickup truck? You want to buy one? Well, hey, come on down here to George Kelly, okay? He's got GMC, he's got Chevrolet. I'll fix you right up. Look, here's what we're going to do. No, that's too much. No, you're quoting figures that are too high. I'm going to go lower than that. Open your ears, take the truck, and drive off the lot. Stamp approved, boys. Move out. Hey, Elliot, I just sold one.
GMC, we are professional grade.
Customized Vision Care in Newport, Arkansas. Dr. Gavin McDowell, good to see you. As well. Always, my friend, I enjoy coming to learn everything about eye care, vision care. Eye vision care. You learn everything about eye vision care here at Customized Vision Care. How's that for an intro?
That's fantastic.
What's up, brother?
It's not much. Just living the dream.
Living the dream.
Yes,
You've been
sir.
living the dream for how many years now? Yes, it's a good question. Yeah.
Would you believe 30?
Really?
Well, yeah.
You started when you were
The
8?
first, no, the
How'd
first,
you get a license
the first
when you were 8?
22, I wasn't really living the dream then.
Okay. He was trying to get out of the nightmare to get to the
Yes,
dream. I get it. Hey, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Some new machinery and that's coming in that we think will be a big, big hit right here at Customized Vision Care. But first of all, my first question I want to ask, and you train, you go through many years of school to get to where you have to start this business, and then you have to have some training along the way. And you'd mentioned that you went to a convention. Kind of talk about the training that you have to do in a year's time, or after you get your quote, I'm the doctor, I can go in there and I can treat eye visions.
Yes.
Tell us about the extra training that you get.
Okay, so in the state of Arkansas, we're required to have every year 20 hours of continuing education. Now, that's on paper, documented. This is how much extra training I went through, and realistically, like this, we were talking earlier. This last weekend, I just went to Little Rock. We had our state convention, and the state convention allows the opportunity to get a lot of your CE done in one weekend, which is fantastic. It's convenient, but it does not imply, like I've got, I got to do, again,
math.
I'm doing Corning math in my head.
There you go.
I got 15 hours done this weekend of the 20 I need. I'd done 4 prior in some other coursework, and then I got one more hour of CE I have to complete to satisfy the state board. But I'm constantly, that does not account for all the reading I do and looking all the other things, because you got to stay on top of everything, especially the biggest bane of my existence. I'll say that. The biggest blessing of my life is I did not go into pharmacy. They're coming out with something new every day with some convoluted name that you can't even pronounce until they got some weird jingle on a commercial to make sense of it. And everything out there has some side effect to do with the eyeball in some way, shape, or form. So it's like, I'm that close to being a pharmacist.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm like a bartender. I'm an unlicensed pharmacist with limited inventory.
Well, when you talk about training, and there's a lot of training that goes on, especially when you're upgrading in equipment. The technology has changed so much over the course of the year.
Oh, wow.
And we visited just a few months ago about a new machine that we have here, and we have, I guess, an upgraded version of that. We have some equipment that just arrived 5 minutes ago. We said, hey, what's that? And you started telling me about this new machine and what it does. Tell us what's coming to Customized Vision Care.
Okay, so to kind of backtrack on the most recent piece of equipment we've implemented into the practice is what's called an IPL, or intense pulse light device, and it's designed to. Its main purpose for us was to help treat dry eye, and the thing about dry eye, it affects far more people than that. It affects people that they don't even aware that it affects them, and it kind of accounted, that's probably allergies, or I probably stare at my computer too long, or my eyes are tired from reading all day. I can't tell you the number of times I will track that back to a dry eye issue. Right. Because, and one of these days, we could spend one of our entire sessions talking about dry eye and its factors. But anyway, this device came in to help treat that specifically, and we've had really good success with it. But there's other levels of treatment to helping to, I like to reset a dry eye. We can actually reverse some of the course of what's causing this eye to be the way it is, and it takes more than just IPL. One example is something called radio frequency, and I like to describe it to patients, it's almost like a miniature focused microwave. It is going to put radio waves into the skin.
Okay.
It actually heats up the glands, because the glands that aren't functioning anymore are usually pumping out this viscous, fatty secretion, and it'll congeal and get clogged up in there. So we're helping loosen that up. In doing so, it actually has a vibration mode as well. Will help break up that trapped secretion, and man, we can get those glands flowing really, really well, and make the eyes much more comfortable, and crazy enough, make your vision a whole lot better too. There's a difference between seeing really good with your glasses or contacts and seeing really good with a well lubricated, healthy tear film covered eye. But anyway, we got that, and then some added bonuses. This new device comes with a different type of what's called a micro radio frequency device, and it is designed to tighten skin.
Okay.
So think of it like this. It can do, well, best I can describe it, almost like a non-surgical lid lift.
Okay.
We can do a non-filler lip plumping. We can do lines and wrinkles and stuff like it. Basically, most everything that Botox can do,
Okay.
we can do with that device. That you don't have to have the poke, you don't have to have the toxin stuff like that. And I'm not saying anything against the Botox.
No, well, right,
but,
absolutely.
You know, if you're looking for an alternative, we've got it.
Just rolled in.
Just rolled in.
I thought about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Guy pulls in the truck and says, I got 2 big crates out here. Where do they go?
Yes. So, but I know, again, it's a device. My passion is to get it in here and help our community with dry eyes.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, if I can help you in different ways while I got you here, I'll knock it out.
What kind of training is involved for the staff and you?
Yeah, we got some extensive training. Actually, our training is scheduled for May 9th. It's a full-day event for everybody. Everybody's already certified on IPL.
Right.
So it's really, and the other devices are fairly easy to and very intuitive. So it's going to be I think the staff is going to be excited. It's going to be a little bit of training that morning. It's going to be like a spa day the rest of the day.
There you go.
For us just working on each other. So I'm excited about this.
Well, it's something that's new. It's something that we can offer here at Customized Vision Care. We're excited about that. We think it's something that we can bring to Newport, Northeast Arkansas, and around a lot of counties right here. Up in Corning, if the good folks up in Corning would like to come down and visit their best student ever in Corning High School.
Yeah, I was salutatorian, so I wasn't the best.
Oh, you were close then.
I was that close.
Yeah.
A girl by the name of Amber Harley beat me out. Just by a
Did
little
she
bit.
really?
Yeah.
Did you make a B somewhere along the way? Or
No, I didn't. She just made higher A's.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not
bitter. I mean, I'm not bitter at all.
Yeah, no, you're not.
No.
There's nothing wrong with being second.
Second place is first loser.
Hey, great stuff going on in Newport, Arkansas. And come ask about this. State of the art would be an understatement to talk about what we have coming.
I'm the first one that has this type of device in anywhere, south of Iowa.
Wow.
To my knowledge, yeah.
Wow. All right here in Newport, Arkansas. Customized Vision Care. He's Dr. Gavin McDowell. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
It's on like Donkey Kong, boys. What'd you say? You need a pickup truck? You want to buy one? Well, hey, come on down here to George Kelly, okay? He's got GMC, he's got Chevrolet. I'll fix you right up. Look, here's what we're gonna do. No, that's too much. No, you're quoting figures that are too high. I'm gonna go lower that. Open your ears, take the truck, and drive out the lot. Stamp approved, boys. Move out. Hey, Elliot, I just sold one.
GMC, we are professional grade.
And we are back for second half action. And Hayden, I'm looking forward to the call. The Hounds kind of with a dominating first half. I want to remind everybody about a new magazine that's in town, Amanda Reynolds and Julie Reardon. And if you haven't seen the magazine, County Culture, you need to get on Facebook and follow their page, because not only is it a print magazine, it is also online. And they would like for you to go to like their page and follow their page at County Culture. County Culture magazine. It's rural charm and local vibes. There's a lot of articles in there about people here in the community. They're well written. There's lots of information there. There's lots of things about kids in there, about a high school, big Greyhound deal last time out. And go to countyculture.org and find out what these girls are doing, because let me tell you what, they've got it going on, and it's a great magazine, and it's great for the community. Also, we'll remind everybody the game is brought to you by Two Chicks Florist and More, the gift shop and garden center at 1014 Malcolm Avenue, and also bring you the birthday report each and every week here on Cable 15 TV. M&P Insurance Services dedicated to being your one-stop shop for all things insurance. And Hayden, what do you know about M&P Insurance Services?
I know a little bit, Dave. I don't know a whole lot about it. I know that we have a good time there. We work hard and we play hard.
And I've got Ben Black calling me on the phone, and I probably don't have a chance to talk to him, but I may.
The Hounds are going to get the football here to start the second half. Hounds up 4 scores to start the second half. It'll be the first time that we get to receive a kickoff. That's always good, Dave. Means the other team didn't score.
Like it.
Or they didn't kick in the first half.
Norman Baker Pharmacy at 2200 Malcolm Avenue, Mary Davison crew. With a convenient drive-through window. Get all your medicine needs, your prescription needs, and your over-the-counter drugs from them. Try your local pharmacies for over-counter drugs instead of the big box factories. You might be really surprised about the prices.
And Tavares Hardaway back deep for the Hounds. Trey Greer and Day-Day Braxton. They kick it to Day-Day. Fielded around the 18. Day-Day looking for a seam. Day-Day tries to escape a tackle and couldn't. He'll be up to the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Hounds from there.
Well, first possession of the second half, but 6th possession overall for this Newport offense. 4 touchdowns the first 4 times they touched the ball. So we'll see what the Hounds can do here. 74 yards away from pay dirt.
Do they take a shot here with trips to the top of your screen?
I believe I'd give it to 7.
Lone tailback. Motion man. Snap. Give is to Greer. Greer up to the 32-yard line.
It's a good job in the first half and a good job on the first play. The offensive line getting a hat on a hat, body on a body, moving those guys out up front. And allows the running back to get to the second tier of defenders.
That motion with Sampson sets up a good option play, and I know that's something you might not see tonight, but I assure you, you will see it at some point. Throw it out wide here to Nemo. Nemo skirts his way up to the 39-yard line, and that's another Newport Small Engine Sales first down.
When he comes up lame after that play, Nemo's one of those guys that you really can't afford to lose. May just have a cramp. He hadn't played a lot of plays tonight.
Day-Day down here by himself. Here comes Sampson in motion. Get back to Greer. Greer getting outside. Good block there by Day-Day. And Trey Greer has got one man to beat. He just turns on the burners and he walks in the end zone. Touchdown, Greer. Touchdown, Hounds.
From the 39, that's 61, and the Hounds are going to get a celebration penalty, but we'll take it. A 61-yard touchdown run. Was at the 39, correct?
39, yes, sir.
Greer has an 82-yard run and a 61-yard run for touchdowns. Great blocking downfield. Even the quarterback was down getting a block.
Yeah, this flag is going to be after the score.
Still discussion on what.
It's good.
Score is good. They're going to put this penalty, it looks like a unsportsmanlike against the Hounds.
Hounds led 13-0 at the end of one, 26-0 after a couple of scores at the end of two. And already on the board here.
And the penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
Pretty good hustle play by Luke Reynolds.
Braxton Sampson Jackson is no good. Hounds still lead here 32-0 with 10:56 to go in the third quarter.
We really thought, kicking extra points was going to be a strength for us. We've had a little trouble tonight trying to get some of those things to go through, but we'll get that ironed out as the season goes along.
Well, that's the good thing about tonight is it's a chance to still do it, still go for it. I mean, you don't necessarily need to go for two when you've been up the entire duration of the game, but it gives Destin a real life chance as far as getting snap, holding somebody coming after him.
Hounds covered a total of 74 yards, and 61 yards of that from Trey Greer. Brought to you by Bratcher Real Estate. BratcherRealEstate.com for all your real estate needs. The Hounds covered the real estate that time. Well, they've covered a lot of real estate tonight. All brought to you by Touchdowns by Bratcher Real Estate.
It's another First Community Bank kickoff where community comes first. Go see them at 2525 Malcolm in Newport, Arkansas.
El Puente Mexican Restaurant, the best Mexican food in the world, bar none. Open 7 days a week. Manuel Fuentes and crew. Do a little business with some great folks at El Puente Mexican Restaurant.
Destin kicks this deep. Still fielded at the 26-yard line here for the Indians. He's cut back, and then he is brought down. Looks like Pittman in on the tackle. Number 24.
That number 25 just kicked somebody while they were down on the ground.
14, Lane Stewart, also 24.
Yeah, Lane Stewart was down there. That's who he kicked. 14, Lane. Boy, Lane's one of those kids that just works and works and works and works and has since he was a little guy. He puts the work in, and he's getting him some playing time on some special teams. That guy is going to be a fantastic football player and a great, great kid.
Seen him get some reps at linebacker position.
He's a player.
Here's a snap, quarterback. He is met there. And it's Jay Grady along with Trey Henderson. I mean, you just seen him running full speed and then just meets a wall.
And we got to give a Fathead Pizza Collision of the Week. Who we give it to?
I think Jay Grady was the initial lick.
He is in the clubhouse, my friend. Looking for a John Miner Senior Hustle Player of the Game. Hustle Play of the Game.
I think we're going to get one right here. On 2nd and 11 here for the Indians. Snap, quarterback. Goes it one-on-one. Samaj Morgan there to wrap him up, and here comes a host of Hounds to bring him down as Carmelo Ellis has got the football after they.
Hello!
Big Jello, he won the football.
He wanted it and he got it. He was going in for 6. He went, oh, shucks. Oh, shucks. Thought I had a touchdown. A lineman's dream, baby. A lineman's dream.
You always say that Cook Spearman's your best call.
But a lineman's dream was pretty good one, too.
That is my favorite call.
Oh, man, yeah. Rice and Schultz rumbling into the end zone.
I just took the handoff. Gosnell here.
Did. He read it beautifully, didn't he?
On 3rd and 7. Quarterback throws. Almost picked off there by Day-Day. He jumped the route. He was all over it. And now 4th down and 7.
Well, Day Braxton's just been all over the field tonight. I mean, offensively, defensively, special teams. Punting situation here. Hardaway will go deep. It's another great kid, too. And well, just a bunch of great kids on this football team.
Booming punt to Hardaway. Hardaway makes the first guy miss, but can't evade the second one at the 20. 1 yard line is where the Hounds will take over.
So leading 32-0, and you get one here. And we enter into that part of the game we call the what?
The gentleman's rule.
The gentleman's rule. Which means you have a continuous clock most of the game. There are some times when you're supposed to stop it, but sometimes they elect not to do that. Where's that ball resting comfortably? The 21?
Yes, sir. Snap. Reynolds throws it out wide here to Nemo. Nemo up to the 25-yard line. 3, maybe 4.
Day Braxton just out there just playing hard, trying to get a block for Nemo. And played pretty well by Mark Tree. These kids from Mark Tree have played very, very well. I mean, they're solid. They're a real good Double-A team. They're going to win a lot of football games this year.
I think they had a lot of seniors on last year's class, so a lot of missing pieces that they're just filling out here in the non-conference. Snap give is to Greer. Greer will be pushed out of bounds.
A late hit there.
Near the 34-yard line. Late hit against Mark Tree, give him 15.
You know, we've talked about several times about Newport Small Engine Sales and Service, your lawn and garden headquarters. If you need mowing or gardening equipment, we have it. Several name brands to choose from. If your used equipment needs a little attention, they can take care of that also. Give them a call at 523-2914. Reverse, touchdown.
Inside handoff to Day Braxton. One man to beat. 50 yards and a touchdown, but we got some flags here.
Our coaches are not happy. Coach Reardon is not happy at all. Sometimes you get enough. I mean, frustration sets in and he remains cool.
Touchdown. Got an unsportsmanlike against the Hounds.
So we get a 50-yard touchdown.
Day.
That's a 79-yard drive. And the gentleman's rule will come into play with the 6th touchdown of the night for the Hounds. Official is out of your screen. He's down here talking to Coach Dunn for Mark Tree. So we'll have to wait on those two guys to finish. And he's satisfied with the explanation. When I was talking about this Mark Tree team, the team's going to win a lot of football games. Last year they had a 4-star recruit running back who was sensational, who moved out of the district this year, and it really hurt their offense.
Extra point is no good. Hounds still lead here 38-0.
No, but we did cover some Bratcher real estate for sure right here on Greyhound Field. Greyhound Field at Memorial Stadium. Back in the 1940s, this stadium, this complex was built and called Memorial Field, as was the baseball field and the baseball complex over there, to honor the World War II veterans, and I will still honor those guys. And I always mention that it's Greyhound Field at Memorial, or vice versa, Memorial Field Greyhound Stadium or Greyhound Stadium at Memorial Field.
Legendary
Greyhound Memorial Stadium.
Yes, sir.
But it has officially been named Memorial Field. It hasn't been officially named Legendary, but when John Watson said it that night on the PA, let me tell you what, it took off like hotcakes, and I went off the air for some reason. What was that? I'm on.
I guess David's hearing things or not hearing things.
Was I off momentarily?
No, sir. First Community Bank kickoff, and second one will have to kick after unsportsmanlike inside the 30. And going to be pushed out near midfield.
These kids from Mark Tree are continuing to play hard, and I think they will for the full quarters. Jaden Robinson in on that tackle there. And why is the clock not running? Move it back to the 47. Still not running the clock. Official finally tells them to do so. Could have been running all along, I think.
Quarterback keeper. Inside's met. Looks like Lane Stewart in on the tackle. Travion Scott in on it as well.
Got some younger guys in.
Yeah.
Davion Grady.
Tracy Smith in the football game. Jaden Arnold in at a linebacker. Rafael Macias in at a safety position. Give, and he is met there by number 32, Lucas Looper.
Greyhound Boosters, Dr. Kelly McKinney. Friendly staff, very knowledgeable. Great dentistry work, Dr. Kelly McKinney. Mark Manning Shelter Insurance, Auto, Home, Life, and Business Renters Insurance. Howard's Glass Company, Brother Rick Bias. Lou Allen and Family Company. Always supporting the Newport Greyhounds and doing great accounting and tax preparation service. Management planning.
Hand off here, and he's going to be tackled near the 40-yard line. Pittman in the football game for the Hounds.
Other Greyhound boosters include the Doyle Family Farms, Fletcher Land Surveying, locally owned and operated, former Greyhound Kenny Fletcher, Churchman Building Center. No job too small, no job too big for Churchman's Building Center. And Drew Hahn at the Pest Detective. Folks, I'm telling you, if you're not using Drew Hahn at the Pest Detective, you are paying way too much money. I'm telling you, you're paying too much. And you're not getting as good a service as what these guys can give you.
On the jet sweep, a host of Hounds in on the tackle. Cam Crump in the game now for the Hounds.
Drew's number, 501-730-1699. call me if you want me to give you a personal referral, because I'm telling you, if you're not doing business with the pest detective, you are paying too much to kill your bugs and cover your home. Period.
2nd and 4 from the 34. Yeah, the inside handoff. Trying to break free, ball on the ground. Looks like Jaden Arnold recovered it here for the Hounds.
Hadn't had a lot of that tonight.
How about Jaden Arnold for the John Miner hustle play there?
I'll take it.
Young man checks into the game, picks up the football.
Another one of those super sophomores.
We're trying to get some of these guys named as well. Luke Strickland in the game. Sampson in it. Quarterback. Zay Greer's in at tailback. It's pretty nice when Trey's not in, Zay's in.
Trey and Zay. The brothers Greer.
Bash Brothers.
I like it.
We had a set of Bash Brothers, if you remember, not too long ago.
The Pruitt boys.
O'Shea and Julius. I mean, that's pretty good ones.
Pretty good combination.
24-32 inside linebackers.
I like it. I like it.
Got to visit with O'Shea not too long ago. I think he could still give you a few quarters if you need be.
You know, I love to see old Greyhounds out there, especially the ones who can't really give a play or two, and I always ask them, could you give me 3 plays on Friday night? And they say, oh, Coach Black or Mr. Black, I might give you one. Saw Cook, I said, Cook, could you give me 3, buddy? He said, no, sir, I could not give you 3. He said, I'd give you 1 all day long. I'd give you 1. And we talked about the Pee Wee football program, and I was talking with Jeff Sampson just the other day, and he and I were talking about how good our Pee Wee football program has been for many, many years. You've been a part of it. I've been a part of it for many, many years. Helped start it many years ago. We got as good a Pee Wee football program as there is in the country. And the great thing about it is that our kids love to play in it. And in all fairness, if kids know that there's a good Pee Wee football program, they might want to move into this district because we've got a great elementary school, we've got a great high school, we've got a great programs going on in our school from Kent preschool all the way up to high school. There's not a better place to go to school in the state of Arkansas than Newport. And a Pee Wee football program is not just about the program. They've got a cheerleader program. There's lots of kids that are involved in that.
Sampson throws it out wide here. Samaj. Across the 30, get it to the 33. Trying to get some of these guys named here, Dave. And Juan Pablo Martinez in the game.
Hey, number 61, Juan Pablo.
Tracy Smith in at the center position. We've already mentioned Strickland. Davion Grady.
Trayvon Scott, maybe?
On 3rd and 3. Snap, throws it out wide to Tavares. Tavares is met at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be a loss back to the 30.
So will the Hounds obviously have to punt here for the first time tonight? Is that correct?
I believe that's correct. I see a 77 out there, but I don't see a 77 on our.
That's Wesley Geesley.
Okay.
Coach had told me that he changed jerseys unbeknownst to anybody.
Hounds call a timeout here. I'm not against taking 5 yards and letting the clock run, get your punt team set out. I don't think that calling a timeout's necessarily necessary.
Unnecessary timeout. Unnecessary?
That is correct.
Okay. I'm with you, brother. Well, we want to thank our great sponsors for helping us do what we do. We couldn't do it without those sponsors. And I did my little walk on Thursday night last night, and I was talking about when Bud Black and I got into cable television in 1994, 30-something years ago. We started recording games, and now I have, on 3 separate hard drives, every football game is archived in our studios since 1994. And if you look on YouTube, there's like 6 or 7 or maybe 8 years back of games that are archived there.
Throw it out wide and is incomplete. Clock should continue to roll here. And I definitely don't know why you called the timeout to go for it.
And one thing also to remind everybody, Facebook has changed its rules and regulations on hosting games. Our games will be archived on Facebook for only 30 days, and then they will be deleted after 30 days. But on YouTube, they'll be there forever.
First and 10 here for the Indians. Hounds call their third and final timeout.
Well, they're just trying to get the personnel in, trying to get guys into the football game and making sure that we get them all named too. And, it's been one of those nights, it's just, it all goes back to that. Not that it made any difference in the game, but it really made a lot of difference in the momentum when Mark Tree did not score when had the ball second down and go from the 1. Had a couple penalties down there, just couldn't punch it into the end zone. And then you could see that kind of deflate those guys. But the kids have battled back real hard, and they've hung in there. They've played hard. They've played aggressive. They haven't been intimidated. They got some guys that are undersized out there against the Greyhounds, but those guys are fighting very, very hard. He's got some of his alternate unit in, and I'm talking about Coach Dunn.
Dave, I don't really remember the last time a 2A school has wanted to play Newport, and it's not necessarily a knock at us wanting, we want some competition, but
Sure.
You got to find somebody that wants to play you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And just a quarterback keeper, Tracy Smith, in on the tackle.
In all fairness, I don't want to say it. .25's a little aggressive. Hard-nosed football player.
2nd and 8. Snap. Handoff inside. He's met. Big Davion.
It's a big hit.
Put him in the clubhouse.
Put him in the clubhouse. Jay Grady is replaced by Davion Grady. It's a big hit right there, boy. DJ, we've played 3. Hounds lead 38-0. We'll be right back.
It's time to roll with a degree in diesel technology from ASU Newport. Diesel trucks drive America's economy, and if you can fix it, you can start your career as a diesel technician. Diesel techs are in demand locally and nationwide, making good money with growth opportunity and job security. Enroll in an ASU Newport diesel technology program and start your rewarding career when you graduate. Register online at asun.edu. That's asun.edu. Enroll and start out at ASU Newport.
It's on like Donkey Kong, boys. What'd you say? You need a pickup truck? You want to buy one? Well, hey, come on down here to George Kelly, okay? He's got GMC, he's got Chevrolet. I'll fix you right up. Look, here's what we're going to do. No, that's too much. No, you're quoting figures that are too high. I'm gonna go lower than that. Open your ears. Take the truck and drive off the lot. Stamp approved, boys. Move out. Hey, Elliot, I just sold one.
GMC, we are professional grade.
Here we go. Snap here, inside handoff, ball on the ground. Is that Jaden Arnold again? Jaden Arnold, 2 fumble recoveries for the young man. Have a night.
Have a night, brother.
I still think that Tyler Asher has the most.
He had 19 of them one night.
At Bald Knob, do you remember that?
I remember. He had an interception and fumble recovery.
He had a fumble recovery for a touchdown.
Right.
He had another fumble recovery. He had a strip sack and maybe 2 fumble recoveries with it or something.
Yep.
It was something outrageous. Maybe 5 or 6 takeaways just
That's exactly right.
What a night for T.D. Asher. I remember him walking to the end zone and said, we'll never hear the end of this. Give to Greer. Inside, that's Zay Greer. So he's going to be up to the 23, maybe the 24.
$38-0 Hounds lead this thing. We have a running clock here. Try to get out here. Well, it's easy for me to say. We will be on the field for a post-game show.
Rams, I think, had 12 on the field. Maybe a delay of game. I'm not 100% sure. Delay of game.
Ben Black is on the set. You want us to plug up your microphone? Plug it in, brother. We still got 9 minutes to go. Plug it in.
We don't really have room for him anymore.
I think it's in that one. I've got to go down on the field. You want to finish up with me right here on mine? I got to go down to the field.
2nd and 10 here from the 19.
Ben's going to plug in.
As Zay Greer tries to get outside. No gain on the play. As Dave, we'll just go ahead and tell you to get on an assignment elsewhere. Let the real color step in. David did a good job filling in tonight for Ben, but I mean, when Ben, I believe, wears a size 14 shoe, David wears about an 8.5, so obviously he didn't fill them tonight.
It's kind of hard to fill, ain't it, Hayden? Appreciate you guys filling in for me. And glad to get to see these Greyhounds, man. I was rushing back. I had a little small emergency I had to take care of this evening, but.
3rd and 10. Going to throw it to Tavares. Tavares, what a catch. Tavares Hardaway. What a catch.
That's unbelievable, guys. Just what a throw, what a catch there. We do have some flags. Tavares obviously really excited about that one. But that was just a great play. Ball put perfectly for him.
Another unsportsmanlike. And I tell you what, that's 3rd, 4th, maybe 5th tonight. Practice might not be fun come Monday.
Well, they can run it out of you, can't they, Hayden?
I got one time, and I was in the wrong. And I do remember we had Sunday film. You come up Sunday right after church and had film. And depending on how your performance was Friday night, I don't know what just happened.
I think David turned his remote mic on and didn't have the receiver on.
Lost my train of thought, but I will say
film day. Sunday.
Film day. We'll wait for this snap here as Tavares is in at quarterback. And hand off to Isaiah Brown. No gain on the play. Depending on how your performance was Friday, depending on Sunday if you were watching film or if you were watching film and running.
I heard that.
And
some guys got to go home a little early on Sunday.
I believe that particular Sunday I was still in my church attire, some khakis maybe, a blue jeans, something of some sort.
A little dressy.
Said, I hope you brought shorts today because you are running after film. There's a low snap. The Hounds are immediately swallowed up in the backfield.
Not much they could do there. Just good defensive front by Mark Tree. But Hayden, did you learn your lesson? Did you have any more unsportsmanlike after that?
I never got another one. And it was more of the situation of what happened. It wasn't necessarily a disrespectful thing. It was one of those, it was just.
Guy pushes, you push back, kind of scruffle deal?
No, it wasn't really a scruffle. It was obviously something that I said, but I wasn't necessarily saying to someone. And, one of the umpires happened to be really close to me that I didn't realize. And
he just decided to throw that yellow hanky at you, huh?
He did. Let me tell you. I knew right then. I was like, this will never happen again because it was miserable.
Well, I've done my fair share of running and had my fair share of assignments. You go in and get graded on your film. Here goes Hardaway.
Tavares being pushed out of bounds up to around the 43-yard line. I think the Hounds would punt here on 4th and 12. But I hadn't seen them punt.
Well, I'll tell you what, I got to watch some of it, and I didn't have much service up there in the hills where I was at. But what I did get to, watch, listen to, sounded like the Hounds rolled pretty quickly early. Got ahead a couple scores, and I heard you guys talk about the big stop. Mark Tree had it inside the 1. Is that correct?
That's correct. Give to Jamil Thomas. It's Thomas being brought down. Big 61. That Juan Pablo.
Along with Trayvon Scott out there. It looks like the Hounds have gotten after him tonight, Hayden.
Obviously it's felt a little weird because it's week 0, but it's week 1 for us playing.
Right.
Obviously a lot of things that have to be worked on, have to be fixed, have to be a little better executed.
Well,
but you expect that for week 0. We didn't play a scrimmage game, so this is the first time our kids are getting out there hitting somebody else that doesn't wear an orange helmet.
As a team, exactly. Yeah, this particular team is that's their first live action. So yeah, that's to be expected, man. And
I don't think we'll have to hit an orange helmet for a while. Because next week, Batesville will be wearing their black helmets.
Looking forward to that one for sure.
Snap,
Hayden.
Quarterback going to launch this, and he does. What a bomb. He's going to get in the end zone. Touchdown, Mark Tree.
Mark Tree, receiver, just gets behind the secondary of the Newport Greyhounds, and quarterback drops back and heaves one to the back of the end zone. It's touchdown, Mark Tree.
Looks like Mark Tree will go for 2. And 2-point conversion is going to be no good. See who's on that tackle there. Jaden Arnold. I'm going to tell you what about Jaden Arnold. Young man getting some reps here. 2 fumble recoveries. And then a big stop right there on a 2-point conversion. Hounds still lead here 38-6, and I don't foresee Mark Tree getting the football back unless something crazy here happens on an onside kick of some sort.
You talk about Arnold there, he's a sophomore. And it takes guys like that, when you graduate some seniors and you got a new team coming in. And, Hound's got a lot of positives going for him as well. Luke Reynolds being one of those big positives. Obviously, started some as a sophomore, and this is his 3rd year to be commanding the offense. But it takes guys like Jaden Arnold, these sophomores, to step up and make some plays here and there for you, and those guys will emerge.
Well, you're seeing it right now because we're talking about like a guy like Hayden Kennedy, who did not play as a sophomore, played a little as a junior, and now is going to be the start defensive end for the Hounds. And you see, and that's a good problem to have, is those guys are having to wait their turn because you've got guys in front of them that are like, no, this is my shot. But when those guys leave, now it's my turn. Now it's my turn for that guy. No, I'm not coming out.
Well,
I'm staying on the field. And that's when you get better as a program, is when you're looking up. I remember my 10th grade year, I was looking at, Will Bowen, a 3-year starter at my position. I was like, well, I'm not going to play, but I know I have to be ready when I do.
Absolutely.
And
he goes down or
absolutely.
when he graduates.
And Will played both sides of the ball in both the positions that I played, and I just knew that Will was not ever coming off the field, and Hayden wasn't going to get a lot of PT as a 10th grader.
But, like I said, that's a good problem to have.
But what I did, I deep snapped for the punts and the
extra
field
points.
Goals and played kickoff return and tried to play as much as I could, as much as they'd allow me.
You just contribute where you can contribute and play your role, and that's all in the team game.
Well, my thing was, I always wanted to get my name called on the loudspeaker. That's what I played for. Greer's going to take a knee inside the 20, and I don't think the Hounds have to call another play if they don't want to. You can let this thing roll out, and we'll see what they elect to do. And that's a senior like that, Trey Greer. No point right there to return that football. And, the kid's already had a big 61-yard run and 82-yard run, Ben. You didn't get to see it, but I'll tell you what.
I'm going to go back and watch, Hayden.
He was as fast as advertised, as I've heard. And I will say, if he gets past that front line, there's not very many people in the secondary, regardless of the angle they got, that could catch him. And that goes for a lot of our kids tonight. And what a performance. And Hounds are going to win here 38-6. We'll have the post-game report and David Black now on the field in just a moment.
Yes, post-game show.
Okay.
We got to announce.
Here we go. A quick recap and final thoughts. And obviously that fathead collision. I'm going to say Jay Grady, even though Davion was put in the clubhouse. I'm going to give it to Big 53. Jay Grady got it in there. DJ, an honorable mention, but might be able to get him a personal pan or some sort. And then the John Minor Hustle Plate award winner, Jaden Arnold, coming in. A young man, a sophomore like we talked about, that was ready for his opportunity, made the most of it. And we'll talk real quick, Ben. I know you didn't get to see a whole lot of it. It starts off with Trey Greer with a 9-yard touchdown run, and then Luke Reynolds with a 7-yard touchdown run where he runs the guy over into the end zone about 2 yards out. You talk about Luke Reynolds on a fake screen pass throw to Day for 41, and Greer goes 82-61. And then Day with a 50-yard little reverse underneath handoff. And it was all Hounds as Mark Tree got the last one, as you saw there late. All Hounds. And, guys, we're going to be all right. When you lose the seniors that you lose and you don't know who's going to plug in, I think we're going to be all right. Obviously got the kinks that we've got to figure out and fill out. But David Black is ready, and we're going to run this ad real fast, and we'll send it down to him.
Thank you very much. And down on the field and with the Newport Greyhounds. And we play to win the game. We play to win the game. And we did what tonight? We won the game. Tell me about this big start for the Newport Greyhounds.
I feel like I did an amazing job starting on defense today. And I feel like there's still room for improvement. And I feel like we get better week by week by just like improving the practice, focusing on small things like technique, discipline and listening, and conditioning and stuff like that.
Talk to me. Hey, so like we play to win the game, obviously, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I just want to say shout out to everybody on this team. Hey, without y'all, hey, this is not possible. I love all y'all. Hey, all glory to God. All glory to God.
Samad, first start ever as a Newport Greyhound. Talk about yourself.
I think I made a start today. Played good defensively, good offensively. Hey, thank you to all my guys. Hey, and all I gotta say, go Hells! Yeah!
Who else wants to talk? We're my big guys.
Hey, DJ, it didn't happen overnight. I promise you that. We've been working for almost 8 months straight, bro. We've been over 8 months straight, man. Matter of fact, this started 8 months ago, bro. We've been working hard, bro. Man, team camps, everything, bro. I promise you, bro. We ready, bro. We ready mentally, physically, and all of that, bro. We ready to catch a hat, man.
Tell us about it, Jay.
Man, we just went out there and we had a day. Everything was working. Everything was clicking. We just had a day. We had a day.
Anybody else want? Hey, sophomore coming into the game. Talk to a sophomore.
It was a great experience. It was really fun, and I enjoyed it. Love getting to play defense.
That's awesome. Who else wants to talk? Trey, tell me something.
Hey, this junior year, we're going to make it special. All my dogs right here, I love each and every one of them, and we're going to keep working. We're going to make it all the way. Let's go.
Listen. He had an 82-yard run. He had a 61-yard run. I don't know how many total yards you got. How did it feel to be on legendary Greyhound Field, your first start for the Newport Greyhounds, and play the way? And I know running track special, and you win in the state championship in track. How did it feel out here playing for the Newport Greyhounds? Talk to me.
Man, I've been trying to get back here for so long. Like, I love these guys to death, bro. Like real, man. Like this still surreal that I'm even like in a Greyhound uniform. Like, it's really, I've been loving it. We've been working all summer, and I just want to let y'all know, like, we coming. I promise we coming.
You keep running.
Let's call up, David. Let's call up.
Y'all ready? Call up. Let's go. All right, listen.
Tell him. I'll see y'all Monday at 5:45 p.m. Not a.m. Y'all won, so we're going to practice that night. 5:45. See y'all then.
Trey Greer told us yesterday that he was going to give it heart for his first Greyhound football game.
Welcome home, my friend. Welcome home. How about them Greyhounds? Hey, from legendary Greyhound Field. Anything else, guys? Get it up one time right here. Let's go.
Hands on me. Hands on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hands. Thanks, Big Boosie. Coach, that's pretty exciting. You got to do it all. That's pretty exciting when the kids get, when the kids get on there and they want to talk. It's pretty exciting. Overall, it was a great football game. I mean, the Hounds win. We did what we had to do.
Yeah, I'm proud of defense. Played really, really well. Obviously, special teams. I feel like we're a little better at special teams, but we still got a little miscommunication. A couple kids want to take breaks on that. That's going to be our emphasis the rest of the year. I don't need breaks on special teams. I need my dogs to stay out there. All in all, they played extremely hard. I thought that they were very young. They lost a lot of studs last year, and they played their butts off. And hats off to them. And just excited for a win, man. Now we stayed healthy for Batesville next week, and we'll see what we can do up there on the hill.
I know Nemo went out one time, and I thought maybe he might be hurt, but boy, he came right back and avoiding injuries, obviously, for both teams. And you got to give those guys a lot of credit. Probably a little down. They're not down in AA. They're going to win some football games.
I thought about that about halftime. I said, this bunch is pretty good, A lot of last week wasn't a real tell, I don't think, how good they really were. So I'm sure they'll get them together and have a great run. And Coach Brandon and Coach Dunn over there, they're great coaches, and I wish them the best of luck.
Coach, we're going to get on the road looking ahead, and you can't help but look ahead. It's the Batesville Pioneers. We're trying to win the 50th game in this 100-year series, and it's not tied. It can't be. I mean, we have a couple of game lead on this thing, but Your team has the opportunity to be the first team, Newport Baseball, to win the 50th game, and that's pretty special, and that's what I'm banking for the next week.
It's not too soon to look ahead. The game is over. It's time to look ahead. It's time to get ready for Batesville, and that would be something special to a lot of us coaches on staff that have played ball on this field, and for you that also played on this field, and that would be a really big deal. And again, last year I thought that was the game I felt the most pressure on. Yeah. It's probably going to feel the same this year. I'm having to go there, and they're going to be much improved under Coach Morrow, and just looking forward to it. It's going to be a good time.
We had a great time here last year. It was a festive atmosphere, and it will be on the hill, too. A lot of great things planned, but we're looking forward to going and looking forward to bringing it to you. Coach, congratulations on the big victory tonight. And we're 1-0. That's the only thing that we wanted to be. And we'll see you sometime this coming week, and we'll rehash what we did tonight.
Clean up to do, a lot of good. That's what you want out of a first game. You want to win. Sure. That's always the best thing to do. And then, you got some good and bad and ugly, and we got a lot of fixing to do. We are nowhere near a conference championship caliber team right now, but I think we got a good step in the right direction.
Head football coach, athletic director of the Newport Greyhounds, and as always,
go Hounds!